Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Judy Africana TV. How are you all doing? I hope you're good and you are keeping safe. So I made this coconut cake, very rich, full of coconut, moist in the inside and crispy on the outside. Really enjoyable, and I'm here to share this recipe with you. If you are coming across my videos for the first time, seeing my channel for the first time, you are welcome to my world. Thank you for stopping by. I do hope you enjoy the videos and you consider subscribing to my channel. And to you, my returning viewers and subscribers, you are the real MVP. Yes, thank you so much for sticking with me. I love you all. Welcome to my kitchen. So here are the ingredients for the coconut cake. Over here I've got my all-purpose flour. I'm using 1.5 cup, and here is the bowl for my dry ingredients. I've got my loaf pan, some raisins over here, and I've also got some coconut powder. I used a half cup of coconut powder and some salt, just half teaspoon of salt. Over here I've got the sunflower oil. You can use any flavorless oil of your choice. That's just 1 cup. Then I've got 4 medium eggs. If you have large eggs, use 3. Over here I've got half a cup of sugar, and of course my vanilla, 1 teaspoon. And I've also got 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And I've also got 1 cup of desiccated coconuts and 1 cup of milk. So we are ready to start. I'm going to start by working on the dry ingredients. Just going to mix the salt, the flour, the baking powder and baking soda together, using a strainer to strain them. That will allow air to get into the dry ingredient, which is really good for the cake batter. Yeah. Okay, so it's time to work on the wet ingredients. So all you need is to put the oil and the eggs and the vanilla flavor all at once, and just whisk them together, or you can use a hand mixer. I'm going to use a hand mixer, but if you don't have the hand mixer, you can use the whisk. It's just that it may take a longer time to achieve that fluffiness. So if you don't have a mixer, that's fine. You can use whisk to whisk it together. It will just take more time. Okay, so yeah. You can see that I'm not breaking the eggs straight away into the oil. I'm only trying to make sure that the eggs are really okay, and to avoid the shell falling into the oil. So it's just better to break them into a separate bowl before adding them into the oil. So my wet ingredient is now ready, and I'm going to put in the dry one. But before then, I need to put in the coconut powder and then desiccated coconut as well. I'm going to mix it together and mix them together. And then, pour the dry ingredient into the wet one, mix together, and then add my raisins. This is the first time I'm actually using raisins with coconut cake, and it came out so well. Like, I really love it. So when it comes to cooking or baking, it's always good to try out things. That's the fun with cooking, right? It's the adventure and the lessons. I learn lessons when I cook. You see, I love when I bake cake, I see the way the all ingredient is brought together and mixed together to form this lovely and colorful cake batter. When it's baked and it's decorated, I always learn, it's just like life. You go through all different things in life, but at the end of the day, it just make you a better person, right? So that's my little story I'm sharing with you right there. All right, so the cake batter is ready to go into the oven now. I have preheated my oven to 150 degrees Celsius. And I've also put some water in a little pan just to make the oven moist while it's baking. And I'm going to be baking for 40 minutes. My cake is now ready. It took 40 minutes to bake. Of course, I did check it with a stick before I brought it out from the oven. I just poke it to make sure it comes out clean, and that's how you know that it's really ready. So you can see it's golden brown. It usually comes up with this big crack on the top. That's very normal. If I was going to decorate the cake, I would just slice that off, but there's no need to do that. It's so tasty. I don't want to lose any part of it. Okay, so I'm going to allow it to cool off on the cooling rack. I usually just allow many hours just to make sure it's really cool off. Then I'll come back and just show you how I decorate my coconut cake. Yeah. Okay, so it's my cake after about 4 hours. It's ready now. I'm just going to glaze this honey over the top, like the top part of the cake. Glaze it with some honey, and I'm going to sprinkle some desiccated coconut all over the top as well. And it's ready to be served. So my cake is ready, fully ready, and I'm just gonna start slicing them up because I'm really ready to have a good bite from my cake. All right, that's me done with today's video. Did you enjoy the video? Please subscribe to my channel if you have not done so, and click on the like button. Leave me a comment as well. I love reading your comment and replying to them. And that's me done for today. Bon appetit. I hope you really try out this recipe. It's easy to make and it's so yummy. Thanks for watching, and T, I see you in my next video. Bye.